Hi, I wrote a poetry book. It's available on Amazon and in Barnes & Noble. It's personal. It's called Keep Me in the Path of Your Will for Me. Let that phrase mean whatever it uniquely means to you. As it says in the back, we all seek, very few find. It's a personal book. It's free verse. You'll enjoy it. And like I said again, it's available on Barnes & Noble or Amazon. Just click the title or my name, Michael Narvaez, and I hope this poetry means something to you. Thank you. Hi, Volume 12, The Dirty Dozen of the Albizu Narvaez Political Commentary Report. What a week. It's sad. I'll do my best to recap because it's amazing how really no news was made. The news was that there was no news. If you see my other volumes, you know what's going on in the country, you'll know what I mean. When we look at the voting rights, man, there's nothing left except to do the carve-out by Jim Clyburn in order for all Democrats in the Senate, with Kamala, our vice president, passing the deciding vote in order for us to get voting rights. The John Lewis voting rights, not the Joe Manchin Voting Rights Act. When it comes to abortion, man, Supreme Court, they decided not to stay the Texas law. So there's still no abortion in Texas. They are going to hear the case next week, but it's a travesty that they didn't do a stay. So we'll see what happens with that. The infrastructure, well, we're down to $1.75 trillion, thank you to Joe Manchin. And we're down to trying to figure out some of the tax rules, thanks to Cinema. But they gave their word to the president. So let's see what happens there. But this should be an interesting week on the infrastructure. On the pandemic, well, the kids got the vaccines. Let's see who gets in the way. There shouldn't be anybody. On the rule of law, well, Garland, come on. Get that indictment. Otherwise, no one's going to ever listen to a congressional subpoena again. So indict Bannon already. It's taken so long. That doesn't make any sense to me. So the rule of law is in question. So everything's in question. The president's in Europe, and he's embarrassed in the sense that the Republicans are holding up all of his ambassadorships, and that's a shame. So we'll see. So I went to my poetry book, Keep Me in the Path of Your Will for Me. Pardon me for a minute, get my glasses. And the poem I chose is a poem that I wish every Republican, in fact, every congressperson and senator and governor, I wish they would read this because this is a personal poem. It's on page 64. And you'll see how personal it is as I read it. And if everybody, including you, listening to this, if you do this, if you just listen to this poem, it may make for a better world. Who knows? I'm just trying to be helpful. A moment of in-depth self-assessment produced for me a tangible roadmap, for recovery. Obstacles. The 5 horrific traits embedded within my soul are perverse in my thoughts and feelings with respect to most people. Ego, in that I at times foolishly sense that I may be special. So that's ego. Larceny, whereby I have been extremely embedded with respect to such within my heart. Temper, since I consistently react far too strongly to everyday occurrences of life. And envy, of which I should not be full of, so that I can cease to covet. And now I must learn to forgive, even though such a task is holy but unnatural, and teach humbly and with humility, so that the lessons are duly received, and pray within and alone, and thus anonymously serve my fellow man. Will I ever focus on his will for me? And can I ever truly live with him? Is it ever possible to possess complete patience? Do we know that nothing is more sacred, nothing is more joyous, nothing is more, and that nothing is more painful than living the life? And to live it is not to meditate on it. For me, it's in the living and the doing where grace and reward is found. However, in order to mitigate inner self-destruction, it is a good idea for each and every one of us to assess our own personal obstacles as a beginning. Perhaps then will God's will for us clearly appear. Can this be life's meaning? Well, hope that means something to you. And I hope, pardon me, I hope for a better week for all of us. Till next time. Thank you. Oh, and if you like or dislike, comment, subscribe. Till next time. Thank you for your subscription, subscribers. Hope to see more.